First off, the important thing to understand is that the idea of the First Fleet is that it's a command system. And I think what you're seeing is a recognition by Indo-PACOM and the United States Defense Department that the problems, the challenges in the Indo-Pacific are getting more and more complex. And here I think is a parallel to the 70s. What we saw in the 70s was the rise of the Soviet Navy and the Soviet Navy going out into the world's ocean and presenting challenges to the Western alliance in a way that had never been the case before. China has some more existential reasons for doing that than the Soviet Union did, because China, of course, is now a sea-dependent commercial power with the same sort of dependencies that countries like Australia or the United Kingdom or the United States have had on the world system. But that means that China is at sea and China needs to be managed. An important part of that management is how navies operate and the capability of navies to control the situation. So what I see is not so much that any deployments of ships are going to change, but if the First Fleet is established, you'll see burden sharing with the Seventh Fleet. I do think people make the mistake of seeing the idea of a fleet as being necessarily additional ships. But I think it is recognising that there's probably a requirement to have more brain power available to deal with the management of what is an increasingly complex situation. If I were the fleet commander given the region, I think I'd rather be afloat because you can get around and meet people more easily. In terms of forward basing, certainly Australia would be a candidate, particularly if it is more than just fuel stops. I don't see, again, with the numbers the United States has available, permanent basing being a likely prospect. My view is that I think the United States Navy will continue to give the Indo-Pacific a priority and will continue to build up its strength. I would see that this Australian presence as being increasingly substantial, even if never on the American scale, but working side by side with the United States, but also side by side with other nations. Again, it's not simply about the United States alliance. It is about the recognition there are many other countries in the Indo-Pacific who have legitimate concerns about the way strategic developments are going, who are democracies and who we can work with. And of course, the recent developments with the Quad, with India, Japan, Australia and the United States are indicative of that.